Okay, so in 2009, I had to have meniscus surgery on my knee, on my inside of my knee, and I didn't know anything about it. So I said, sure, let's do it because I can't walk. And so we did it. It took me like a year and a half to even be functional. So then around 2018, I started having problems with plantar fasciitis, had insoles, did the whole thing, but I still had really a lot of problems, and it just got worse.
Okay, so what was that again? You had problems with plantar fasciitis?
Yeah, around 2018 because I stood around a lot, and that's what I did for my job. And so it just got continually worse. And so I knew that I no high heels anymore. Just I had to wear orthotics all the time. And then in 2019 and 20, I started having issues with my knee again on the outside. And so I went to rehab and did the whole physical therapy, and it got better. And then about 4 months ago, I woke up one day and I had a really hard time with the outside of my left knee again. I thought it'd go away. It didn't. And 2 months later, I just went to see the orthopedic surgeon, and the MRI showed a torn meniscus on the outside this time. And I'm like, oh my God, I can't have surgery. I was really scared because I didn't know what to do because I couldn't work, I couldn't stand. My plantar fasciitis got worse. Now it's the back of my heel and my bottom of my heel. So I would go to a store, be real diligent about 20 minutes in, 20 minutes out, got to sit down. It was just horrible. So
Wow.
I was researching stem cell treatment for my knee, injections, of course, but that's like 10 grand and I couldn't afford that. And I didn't know what else to do. The surgeon said that they couldn't operate anyway because it was in a spot that it was not good. It was like not bone on bone, but it was in a spot that they couldn't operate on anyway. And I said, well, what do you think about stem cell treatment? And he says, oh, I don't believe in that. I said, okay, I'm done with you. So, so then I found out I could have an injection with a gel that's supposed to be like WD-40. I thought, okay, I'll try that, waiting for the insurance to go through on that. So I had to wait. And then I had to wait for physical therapy as well. So I'm sitting around for 2 weeks, not knowing what to do, still researching. Maybe I could, get a credit card. I don't know.
And Maria, during those, so let's just so you
Yeah.
couldn't walk. You basically couldn't walk.
I
You
could
couldn't.
walk. I could walk,
Uh-huh.
but I wasn't in pain. However, I couldn't bend my knee. I couldn't squat. And going up and down stairs was difficult. I could walk straight. I couldn't, like I said, it wasn't hurt, but it's like if I turned wrong, if I twisted it, it was like, oh man, I can't get in and
Right.
out of my car very well. I had to do certain methodical movements,
Right.
no heel toe, just straight walking. So it was
Sure.
difficult.
And the plantar fasciitis, was that painful? Like you couldn't wear high heeled shoes or
Well,
you
I
had
stopped that a long time ago,
right.
but even my special sandals that were made for plantar fasciitis, I couldn't even wear those now. And that was like 3 months ago. It got worse. And I thought, oh, great. Now I don't have any shoes to wear. And so I knew that I only had a certain amount of time to do errands and come back before it was just too painful to even stand or walk. It was ridiculous.
Yeah.
So while I was waiting for insurance to approve me for physical therapy and the gel, my friend Iris had told me, oh, I heard about these stem cell patches, and I'll send you some. And I'm like, okay, whatever. Like I don't care. So then I got them in the mail, and I looked a little bit on what they were doing and stuff, and I'm like, oh, that's interesting. I'll try anything that's less expensive than stem cell therapy. So on a Saturday, I put one on my back like at 6 o'clock in the evening because I didn't know anything. And I woke up in the next morning and I had a phone call with you and Iris. And we were just talking about the whole thing. And I said, I spent the first thing in the morning, I looked at a lot of testimonials, not all of them because there's thousands, but a few. And I thought, this is great. I said, you know what, I'll try it for 3 months because I know as doing supplements or anything else, it's going to take time. So I'm not expecting anything. Like I said, I just got up out of bed and I just got on the phone with you guys. I was watching videos all morning. So then I hung up with Kathleen, and then I noticed there was a screw that had gotten loose out of my recliner. So I'm like, oh, great. Now I've got to get down on the floor and I have to fix that. And so I threw a bunch of pillows down, got it under there and started fixing it. And I fixed it, and I'm like, okay. And then I rolled up on my knees and got up, and I stopped. And I'm like, wait, what just happened? Like, I panicked. I didn't know if something was wrong. And I was like, wait, happened? So I thought, I'm going to throw these sandals on and go outside real quick. And I went down the stairs, and I almost jogged down the stairs, and I jogged up the stairs. And I'm like, no. So I called Kathleen immediately because I was panicking. I'm like, Kathleen, is this a placebo? Because this is what's going on, and I don't know what's going on, but I don't have any pain. It's weird, and I can walk, and I can. She's like, no, it happens sometimes to people. And I thought, okay, sure. So got off the phone with her, and I the next day I got physical therapy. I'm like, yay! I got up, put my little sandals on, went out, did physical therapy, and I told the physical therapist, I don't know why I'm here because this just happened, and no, I still can't squat, right? Okay, so I'm still not in pain, but at least I can move, and it's great. She's like, oh, what is that? And I told her what it was, and she was interested, so that was good. So she's put me on a program for 4 weeks. We're trying to get me to squat for 4 weeks. It's great. So then after that, I got really curious, and I shopped for 4 hours. I went to every store, walked around twice, 3 times, waiting to see if anything were happening with my feet. And I'm like, wait a minute, my plantar fasciitis is not even around. Like, what is going on? I got in and out of my car. Everything was great. I got a phone call from an orthopedic saying, oh, you just been approved for your gel. And I told them, no, I'm good. They're like, what? And I said, I don't know. I don't need it. So I'm canceling that prescription. It was a weird, then I called Kathleen and I said, something's going on. I said, this is the second day and I don't have any plantar fasciitis. And I've been walking around, getting in and out of my car. It's crazy. And I had to train myself to walk heel toe because I'm still favoring. My head was like, okay, favor my legs. And I'm like, wait, no, you can actually walk heel to toe and walk normal. It's okay. It's weird how your mind just starts trying to think that you're going to hurt yourself. And then today I actually called you because something was concerning me. I was walking around and doing some errands, and my back of my heel started to feel like it wanted to hurt. And I'm like, what are you doing down there? Like, it's not painful. It's just starting to be sore. And I'm thinking, what's going on? But it never went to full blown, I'm in so much pain. And I thought, that's weird. Why is it doing that? Yeah.
That's a great point, Maria. So it's a thing called retracing, and healing happens at different levels and layers. And so you went through the first level of healing, your body did, right? And you got all the relief. And now it's starting to work a little deeper. So sometimes old injuries can flare, or old issues can flare for a few days while those stem cells are fighting that inflammation. I understand what you mean. It's like it was trying to hurt, right? Yeah, it's just the next level. So we'll circle around in 3 months, and by then we'll see where you're at. And
because it's only been 3 weeks. Only been 3 weeks, and I'm like, well, I don't have to do stem cell surgery. Yay! So yeah, I'm excited. Yeah,
absolutely life-changing results in just 3 weeks. I'm so happy for you,
Me
Maria.
too. Thank you so much, Kathleen. You've been such good help. Thank you.
You're welcome.